Does that look like an anime character?
It looks so cool. Oh. Alright.
What else do we got?
I think we killed Rick Harrison, so...
Thank goodness. This should be a national holiday.
I'm burying him in the desert of Nevada.
Is that where the show's filmed, on location? Desert
on
of
location. The
They'd probably
desert,
still dig him up,
there.
tie some puppet strings to him, and keep just going with the show. It'd be part of the appeal. That's what they did with Bob Barker when he used to host The Price is Right. Unless he still does that. Didn't Drew Carey take that over?
While they were still looking for a host, they were using him as a puppet. It was like Weekend at Bernie's, but Weekend at Bob's.
Yeah. They made a whole freaking comedy series about it too. Really, really well produced. Grade A material. Is Bob Barker still alive? Let's find out.
The Weekend is Right.
Okay. Yeah, he's still going. He's 92 years old. He's 6'1" too. Jeez, this dude's... Oh, man. He's a pro. How many years did he do Prices Right? I need to figure this out. 1972 to 2007.
I wonder how many pets have been neutered because of him.
Yeah, I'd like to see that statistic. I wish, I wish Price is Right was made in the modern...
The bootleg Indian version, Price of Right.
Oh, yes. I'm the Price of Right. Either way, I wish that, transferred over into modern TV show, because they would have, statistics at the end of the show, too. Oh, man, check out this pie chart. Since The Price is Right has started, how many neuters, have been happening. They'd run statistics. And
there would be, a national... It would have to be, a national poll. Whenever you get your pet neutered, you have to say, it's did Bob Barker convince you to do this? Right? That's the only way to find out, unless you poll everyone in America who has a pet.
It should be part of the when they do that national statistic thing. They get how many? Yeah, we'll just add that in there. I'll become part of the government, and I'll make sure that
one of those voting websites that you create a poll, Pollster.
Oh yeah, you know what? Even better. When people vote for the president, they should also include that information in their ballot.
Oh yeah, yes. Absolutely.
I'll get with Obama right away.
We need to do that.
This needs to happen. This will be his legacy as a president.
Some of those people are old. They might need to be around for the next election, so we gotta.
Yeah, you gotta get it done right now.
Done right now, immediate.
And then people are gonna get confused and actually just vote for Bob Barker, and he's gonna become the president. It could happen. I'm not ruling him out. Bob Barker for president.
Bob Barker.
Drew Carey's his VP.
Yeah.
Vanna White is also, that's her chair, his chair. I don't know how she got off that other show, but all right. What were we talking about?
Okay, all right, yeah, we should. Okay, next. On to the
I don't
next
even know how
topic.
we got here.
On to the next topic. The death of the Vape Nation. The Vape Nation.
So yeah, if you guys don't know, Tom is deep in the Vape Nation. He's about vape.
I might be.
All vape all the time.
I could be. I might be. But
it's not. It started off as a joke. It became his life. Similar to some
That's
other...
how most things happen.
Yeah. I mean, when you have that personality, that sometimes that just happens.
Okay, so first off, I want to start off with. Well, no, we'll start off with the FDA, the Evil Food and Drug Administration. More like Fools and Dicks Administration.
Thank goodness that they keep track of the fools and dicks.
The fucking drunk administration.
Yeah, the fan-made Daria remake administration.
Daria, like that MTV
show? Yeah, the MTV show. You gotta make sure that stuff's regulated. You can't just have that going out all over the place.
Oh my god. Okay. So, recently there's been all this crap sent. Okay, so e-cigs have not been regulated. They're not taxed.
Yeah.
The FDA, none of it really goes.
It's all under the radar until now.
And it's become big. The Vape Nation has grown and grown so much that the FDA is like, guys, we need to do something about this, or we're just gonna shut you down. So we're like, okay. And now there's all this bullshit, man. First of all inventory to vape shops is taxed up 40%. So whatever they were paying before, they have to pay 40% of that, and that goes to the government.
Now, is that a Pennsylvania only law?
That
I think you might be mixing that up.
It's just in PA right now. It's probably going to be different for everywhere because cigarettes are taxed differently in states.
Yeah.
But for right now in Pennsylvania, that's how it is, and that's most likely what it's going to be like elsewhere too.
Well, that's the thing. Some states are taking a stand against it and making sure it stays at 0%, but that's the thing. Right now, and that's what we're afraid of, is that the government that can overrule state tax or state laws and stuff like that is going to start regulating vaping in general, the e-cig industry. And the way they would do that is through the FDA. That's the federally owned one. So what's the big overview here? I think it's that
the tax, and now they can't give out free samples. You used to be able to walk in and they'd be like, "Oh, you want to try this? Sure, here, try it real quick." They can't do that anymore. You actually have to pay to do that.
Yes.
They need to card people. They're not allowed to sell minors, which they weren't able to before anyway. So
I think that was just like an unspoken rule.
Right.
And I know it was state by state that they could do that kind of stuff.
They're also not allowed to help people with their vapes. Like if a new vapor, if someone who wants to start vaping comes in, and let's say they have a tank, or even better, they have a tank or a mod where they can build their own coils, like what I have, where you build your own coils and wick your own coils and drip the juice on there. They're not able to help those people, and that's a huge problem because these things have a habit of exploding if you don't do them correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not helping anyone. I really don't understand that rule at all.
I mean, I can understand it from their perspective because it's kind of like, if you look at it, they're trying to compare these to cigarettes and addictive materials in general. If you take it from that coin flip, it's kind of like people encouraging more use, encouraging the addiction of their product. So, I mean, that's their stand. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think that we need to take these necessary steps. But like you're saying, Tom, I think in the end that rule in specific is just going to lead to more people making faulty devices. They're going to go off on their own, like, using only... Some people don't use YouTube. Some people don't use, like, these news or internet articles, like Instructables, in order to make their stuff work. They might just, dabble in it and end up blown up in their face, literally. And that's what we're trying to avoid here with these shop owners giving you advice.
Another thing is that, let's see here, I was just reading. Shit.
You gotta remember.
Okay, so e-cigarette manufacturers, both the people that make the mods and the batteries and the rigs, the whole thing that you actually smoke it, and the juice companies, the companies that make the juice, have to send all of their products into the FDA.
Yep.
And this can cost, it's an estimated cost of about $300,000, but some estimates put the cost as much as $1 million for each product. So if someone has multiple juices, they're paying, from $300,000 to $1 million per product.
Yep.
That they put out, which is ridiculous.
I mean, once they do that as well, not even, like, they have to be aware of FDA audits as well, which, FDA, you have to pay them in order to audit your products because they have to go in. Once you have your official juices that you pay, hundreds of thousands of dollars to publish, FDA comes in every once in a while and charges you some more to make sure that your formula's on point with what you submitted to the FDA. Like, it's basically going to become like pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
My question is, do they do this to tobacco? Because tobacco is known to cause cancer and
Yes,
kill people.
they do it to tobacco, and that's why you don't have people just creating cigarettes in their own home and selling them to people because of the FDA. It's something that happened a long time ago, and like it's been so long since that happened that people don't even realize that at some point cigarettes used to be something that was just as a commonplace as e-cigs, but FDA stepping in, they're regulating it. It might be good, I don't think it will be for the e-cig industry in general because people could start making faulty juices that actually harm people more than the more classy and high rate ones.
Well, yes. No, I am glad that it is being regulated. I'm glad that someone's looking into these juices to make sure they're not killing us.
Yeah.
At the same time, they're also fucking us. They're fucking the vape industry hard.
Making it a lot harder for small businesses to get into this industry.
Exactly. And that's not good, because it's basically the small vaping community versus the big tobacco industry. And it's like, who do you think is going to win? It's like, of course, the big tobacco is going to win.
These little juice making companies don't have the power that the tobacco companies do. So I say, once they all get weeded out with these new regulations, that the tobacco companies might actually, just latch onto this and start, regulating their juices, and you'll have like Marlboro brand e-cigs and stuff like that. I think that might be the next step. I'm speculating that the ones that have the money might make the money from now on, because that's the reason why the big cigarette companies didn't get into the e-cig stuff in general. Not only because it's cutting from their own profits, but also because they can't widespread market and sell these things as cheaply as someone can with their own mom and pop place.
Right. Also, they want people to stay addicted to their cigarettes so they can keep selling cigarettes.
But that's the thing. Once vapor goes away, who's going to jump on that bandwagon? Who's going to, spearhead the new thing? They have an opportunity. Right. I think one or two of them might take it. Like I said, this is all speculation, but
yeah, it's just messed up. There's a lot of there's also, because the health issues of vaping is still kind of up in the air, which the BBC published a study over 5 years. They determined it's at least 95% safer than cigarettes. Yet we still have all of these things, like this other article about popcorn lung.
Yeah.
Okay,
debunking popcorn lung.
Right, popcorn lung is like a disease. It's incurable. Pretty much, fluid. This film builds up on the inside of your lungs. It was introduced. People working in this popcorn factory were breathing in this chemical, and it was giving them popcorn lung. They called it popcorn lung because it was in a popcorn factory. It was like the flavor.
Okay.
And now they're trying to say that that same chemical is in vape juice, which it is. It is in vape juice, and they're saying that people could get popcorn lung from it. First of all, no one ever has gotten this yet. No one has ever gotten popcorn lung from vaping yet. Second of all, the same chemical is in cigarettes, and cigarettes haven't caused popcorn lung. And it's like 10 times more potent in cigarettes. So, like, it's just all propaganda.
True story. That's really what it's all about.
It's ridiculous, and I'm pissed
They've been trying
off.
to quash this for a while, and I don't think it's going to go away. I don't think it's just going to straight, die. Dead die. No, like, stop in its tracks. There you go. Stop dead in its tracks. I think it's going to become regulated and popularized. Obviously not as much as it is right now, but eventually this will get published in a regulated way. I don't think this is going to kill the e-cig industry. It's certainly going to kill the small businesses, but not the industry in general.
Right. Okay.
It's gotten too big.
Yeah, I hope so. Because, Because another thing, too, is people that are smoking 2 packs a day or, like, switching to e-cigarettes and, like, quitting cigarettes entirely.
I always suggest that to people who are smoking. And that's the other thing, too, is maybe with these new studies and all that, it'll make people want to switch a lot easier. That'd be really nice. I'm looking forward to it and cursing at the same time. Obviously, for the fact that I didn't jump on the vape business bandwagon because I knew that eventually it was going to blow up, as in what it is right now, how it's going to crumble in itself.
Right.
And I know a couple people who were selling like vapor stuff in their shops, and they got word of this and started, annexing it all and selling it all away because they knew that it was going to start dying, and kind of feel bad for the people that bought out their stores. And that's the thing. What are people going to do with all these unregulated e-cigs? What are they going to do with all the unregulated juice that they have in stores? Like, in their stores, I mean. Their caches, their storages. Like, what happens after everything becomes regulated? Does that stuff just become illegal? Or can you still run those old coils, old e-cigs in general, just under like a grandfather type of rule?
I'm not sure what they can do with it. They'd have to sell all of it off. But I know a lot of this stuff, they're giving them time. It's not like, okay, as of like tomorrow, all this is illegal. Mm-hmm. They're giving them time. Even the e-cig manufacturers who are like producing the e-juice and the vape pens and the mods and the boxes, they have until 2008 to contact the FDA.
2018, maybe?
2018, yeah, not 2008. Not 2000.
Gotta get in your time machines.
I wish it was 2008. That was a good year, man. It was a good year. I was in like 9th grade.
Oh man, Tom. Thank goodness we know about this.
Oh.
Cool story, bro.
Call star it, bro. Alright. So, we just killed vaping. We just put it to death. We talked about that. I feel like I talked a lot.
I'm very adamant about the whole vaping scene in general. I obviously don't do it myself because I don't like ingesting those, man-made materials, but
no, I don't even
I really
vape,
like the ability for people to quit smoking by embracing a much less harmful activity.
Yeah. And even if I wasn't a vapor, I'd still have this opinion, because fuck big tobacco, screw the big farm, the big tobacco companies, and the oil companies, and corporate America.
Tom, you seem pretty... I don't know, you're jumping around now. You seem like the comments section of a Fox News article.
Fight the power,
just
man.
Adding in, your own political agenda into all these little things. Which, I do pretty vehemently as well.
Okay.